Yeah, I'm so happy to see you.
Before I begin, I want to warn everyone I chose to major in math because I was never a strong writer or speaker. Welcome to the class of 2021 high school graduation. It's an honor to stand here and speak on such a special day in spot of class valedictorian. I am here today, not at the podium per se, but through friendly competition that pushed me harder through all of our classes than I could have ever imagined. When I first found out I would be delivering the speech, I was flooded with so many emotions. Excited, scared, nervous, proud, and honestly, slightly disappointed. I always envisioned my grandparents from Massachusetts being here with me on this big day, yet due to the pandemic, they could not be here. Learning that I had earned this position made me want them here that much more. So here's a shout out to them who I know would be here if they could and are watching through Facebook Live. Honestly, the pandemic has affected so much. I don't really know where to begin with it. COVID took over our lives March of our junior year, changing the rest of our high school career. In fact, many thought I should write my speech based off COVID. Although COVID has been a huge part of our high school careers, it has not been all of it. We learned quickly how to learn from home. We adjusted to Zoom classes and meetings. Masks became the new norm, and we completely missed out on things. Basketball tournaments, overnight trips, and getting to watch our friends before us take this step. However, we faced these new challenges head on. Perhaps in some ways, it brought us closer. We cared a little less about winning and a little more about just being in the gym or on the field with our friends. I also think that some of us, maybe even more of us than like to admit, looked forward to those 2 days a week in school. We looked forward to seeing these halls and our teachers. Perhaps it taught us a greater lesson. In the end, it did not stop us. We all sit here today before you, graduating despite COVID. I also want to give a shout out to all the underclassmen. I know how it feels. 3 years of watching seniors move the tassel from one side of their heads to the other is frustrating. But I promise it will eventually be you. Right up until your last day of school, it will feel like an eternity. But once you're here on the stage, getting your diploma, it will feel like those 4 years have flown by, so enjoy it. I remember walking into this school 4 years ago, nervous but anxious to meet new people, take new classes, and learn who I was as a person. It has been quite a ride, let me tell you. My classmates and I have made so many memories together. Like the time Caitlin tripped over her own feet running the softball bases, or the time Autumn thought we were all signing up for death by getting on the zip line at Urban Air. Or do you remember the time Austin showed up to school? Yeah, me either. We all sit here today and have people we could thank for getting us here. I know I have an endless amount of people I could thank. I want to thank a few people specifically for helping me. To the mom of school, Chrissy. What would we do without you? Although we have not always liked it, we can thank you now for helping every single one of us cross the stage today. For me, I want to thank you for chasing me around the school about my schoolwork, FaceTiming me until 10:30 at night to help with scholarships, and never letting anyone slack in school, ever. We appreciate you now. My Aunt Shannon and my cousins Alicia and Reed. You guys have been my biggest fans this school year. My brother Jonathan. You've always kept me on my toes. You've toughened me up with constantly making our lives a competition and making fun of me all the time. Audrey, I could not thank you enough for your constant support no matter what my decision is. You went from my annoying little sister to one of my high school friends. Dad, oh boy. Me and my dad don't always see eye to eye, that's for sure. If I had $1 for every time I heard, Riley, your car's a mess, or stop speeding, I would be rich. Eventually, I'll start to listen. Though we butt heads a lot, and I mean a lot, I will forever be grateful for the high standards you always held me to and always going above and beyond. You're one of the hardest working people I know. The endless hours you put into providing for our family is truly amazing. Lastly, my mom. I've thought a lot about what I was going to write about my mom in this speech, and I've decided that words cannot justify how grateful I am for my mom. Mom, you have been my backbone, my role model, and my best friend. You have guided me in all the right directions from school and sports to boys and friends. Something my mom has always said to me is that you have to make mistakes. All of us here have made mistakes. Have we learned from those mistakes? Probably not all of them. We will continue to make mistakes as we move through the next chapter of our lives. Don't hold yourself back because you're afraid to make mistakes. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. So as we all move into that next chapter, we say goodbye. We say goodbye to sports and clubs. We say goodbye to prom and meeting up with your friends in the bathroom. We say goodbye to class trips and long bus rides. But most importantly, we say goodbye to each other. So as we all go a different way, some to college, some to the military, and some to the workforce, remember that your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that is yours to lead.
Now, Miss Malika Barnes for the class prophecy.
The year is 2041. 20 years since the COVID class of 2021 at Shead High School left their Esport classrooms for good. Where is everyone now? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Currently, I'm trying to not be a crazy cat lady. How can anyone resist her cute faces? I have 10 cats and counting. What about a valedictorian and salutatorian? Jacob Cook has been sitting home watching all the NFL games. He's still waiting for the Patriots to win the Super Bowl again. While Riley Andrews has been keeping busy with her family and her new job as Shead High School's new math teacher. Caitlin Beach has her own successful shop called Beauty and the Beach. She sells colorful mermaid tails. Brendan Cox and Taryn Smith are now working together as game wardens. But they're not the only ones who love the outdoors. Both Maddie Brown and Madison Healy love going outside and taking care of their horses. Maddie Brown is a barrel race trainer, and Madison Healy has her own horse farm. We can't forget about Chloe Cruz. She's busy with a big family of her own and is still taking care of all kinds of animals. Jordan Farrell is now the President of the United States. But that's not all. He's pairing with Devin Arsenault as the Vice President. Ricky McCoy, or as I like to call him, the real McCoy, has spent the past few years as the Army commander, and he's now planning on retiring soon, become a doomsday prepper. Austin Ashby decided to stay close to home, buy Bay City Mobile, and become a successful mechanic. Gavin Bowen is a sneaker model. Rebecca Johnston is pursuing her dream career as a forensic scientist, while Jonathan Sutton is a conspiracy theorist. He's on a show now called Ancient Aliens. And Asia Tucker is a famous matchmaker. Jalen Moore is a professional nail technician. Megan Lincoln works at a zoo in Minnesota. Madeline Tardif has been taking it easy and is currently kicked back on a wicker chair, reminiscing back on her memories as an athlete. John Collins is a full-time mall Santa. Rayleigh Chambers is bringing back her recipes to another level, making jarred fruit jams worldwide. Cookson can be found camping with her family. Bailey Cummings is an EMT, while Morgan Dana is a paramedic that drives the ambulance. Haley Neptune is a self-taught tattoo artist. Nate Stedman works as a personal trainer. And finally, LaCoya Frances Perez has been MIA since graduation. The senior class of 2021 didn't let the COVID-19 stop them from accomplishing their dreams or from pursuing their questionable hobbies. Instead, they used a really unfortunate to help motivate them to overcome any obstacles. Congrats to this year's grads!
My apologies for neglecting to Chloe Ann Cruz with Malika. Thank you. Next is class gifts.
Jordan, we got you this toy car because we know you're always on the go.
Riley, we got you this basketball and hoop to help you practice shooting hoops.
Devin, we got you this calculator to help you with punching numbers.
Austin, we got you this ball because you love to play.
Malika, we got you these Twizzlers because we know that they're your favorite.
Caitlin, we got you this screwdriver to help fix things up in the garage.
Gavin, we got you this golf ball, baseball, and basketball because we know you love sports.
Maddie Brown, we got you this horse because we know how much you like them.
Rayleigh, we got you this money to help you practice making change.
John, we got you we know how much you love woodshop this year, so we got you this wooden crate to help you remember your time this year.
Jacob, we got you this notebook to help you sketch out your plans.
Autumn, we know how well you did this year on the flower arrangements, so we got you these gloves and a rake to help you continue your hobbies.
Brendan, we got you this plunger to give you an extra tool.
Chloe Ann, we got you this pointer to help you make your point in class.
Bailey, we got you this toy ambulance because we know you want to be an EMT.
Morgan, we got you this book because we know you love to read.
Lakoya, we got you this planner to help plan out your classes.
Madison Healy, we got you this mitt and spoon to help you cook up something sweet. Rebecca, we got you this Pepsi because we know how much you love it.
Megan, we got you these dog treats to help you treat your patients.
Richard, we got you these army men because you want to be an army man.
Jalen, we got you this Dream Big notebook to help you chase your dreams.
Haley, we got you this picture frame to help you display your photos.
Taryn, we got you this racket because we know you love tennis.
Jonathan, we got you this diving set to help you dive into the Navy.
Nathaniel, we got you these work gloves because we know you are a handyman.
Madeline, we got you these combs and rollers to help you with your career.
And Asia, we got you this magazine and pillow to help spiff up your office.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry about that. Thank you for being with us today. Beautiful day. Finally, something's going right this year. I tell you, a lot's gone right though. Really, all these graduates down front. You know, think what they've gone through things that no other graduates ever had to go through in the history of the United States. Right. So let's give these guys a round of applause for what they've been able to accomplish to be sitting here today. Great job. We haven't been able to have everyone come up to receive their gifts and they stand up for the prophecy and everything. They all have little goodie bags under their chairs that they have. So just to make things as easy as we can, this is how we decided to do it. But we were glad that we were able to do the Class Day pots and things during this. So thank you for bearing with us. So first of all, we're going to, you'll notice that many of these graduates have chords. They're called honor chords. And I'm just going to announce what their chords were. These have been announced previously, but we still want to make sure that we recognize them again today. They also have plaques and things that will be under their chairs. So first of all, graduating cum laude was Taryn Smith Oravec. Cum laude Megan Lincoln. Cum laude LaToya Francis Perez. Magna cum laude Anasia Tucker. Magna cum laude Rebecca Johnston. Magna cum laude Chloe Ann Cruz. Magna cum laude Malika Barnes. Magna cum laude Riley Andrews. Summa cum laude Jacob Cook. This year's traditional honor parts, fourth honor part, Malika Barnes. Third honor part, Chloe Ann Cruz. Second honor part, Anasia Tucker. First honor part, Rebecca Johnston. Salutatorian, Riley Andrews. And this year's valedictorian, Jacob Cook. Congratulations all. Next, I'm going to announce the scholarship winners. This year, we are awarding over $100,000 in scholarships. That's quite an impressive thing for a small school like this. In order to be eligible to receive a scholarship, you must presently be accepted at a post-secondary school, and you must make out an application. Most of these scholarships are payable upon successful completion of the first semester following high school graduation and enrollment in the second semester. Most scholarships are in trust, and only the interest accumulated each year is awarded. The Blanchard Fund was established by Ambrose Blanchard to assist graduates of Shead High School. Students must have attended Shead their full junior and senior years. And that is a check that they will have under their seats. The UMaine Pulp and Paper Foundation Scholarship. This foundation nurtures future engineers by financially supporting students in their academic development. Recipient of this was Jacob Cook. The Esport Healthcare Scholarship. It's a recipient of the John and Jean Bowmandahl Award, and that is Malika Barnes. The UMM Early College Scholarships, we had 3. Chloe Ann Cruz, Jacob Cook, and Riley Andrews. Those are from the many early college courses that these students have taken over the years. The James E. Sagan Memorial Scholarship was established by Jim's family because of his love for Esport and its youth, and is awarded to a student who has attended Shead for 2 years and is going to a vocational school. This year's recipient is Brendan Cox. The Hollis and Billy Ingles Music Scholarship is presented by the Machias Bay Chamber Concerts for her contribution to her school music program. This recipient is Rebecca Johnston. The Maine Community College System, Embark, Early College Program Scholarship is in support of the college journey. This year, it is awarded to Caitlin Beach. The Mary B. Walsh Scholarship is given in memory of Mr. and Mrs. Ernest R. Holmes. This year's recipient is LaCoya Francis Perez. The Merlin and Muriel Wallace Scholarship. Merlin and Muriel Wallace, both teachers at Shead Memorial High School, set up this scholarship to help a graduate pursue a field in education. This year's recipient is LaCoya Francis Perez. The Cook Ricker Scholarship Fund is in the amount of $10,000 per year for 10 years of Shead High School prospective graduates. This fund is established by Julie Ricker Smith in honor of her parents, Francis Cook Ricker and Dexter Ricker, both graduates of Shead High School. The objective of this scholarship is to aid in the continuing educational goal of a student or students. This could be technical training or a college university. This year's recipients are Riley Andrews, Chloe Ann Cruz, Rebecca Johnston, Anasia Tucker, Jacob Cook, Malika Barnes, and Madeline Tarter. The Reed Mulholland Scholarship is awarded by the Esport Youth Association, and first preference is given to a student interested in law enforcement. This year, award goes to Madison Brown. The Lucy H. Kilby Fund was set up by Miss Kilby, a teacher at Shead Memorial High School for many years. This scholarship is to be awarded to deserving students who are graduates of Shead. This year's award goes to Devin Arsenault. The Joseph F. Miliano Scholarship is awarded to a student who shows academic ability, good moral character, and good school citizenship. The award this year goes to Devin Arsenault. The Lester Seeley Memorial Scholarship. This year's recipients are Madison Brown and Rebecca Johnston. The Delma Sullivan Savage Fund was established by Harvard Savage in memory of his wife. The fund is to be used for further education in the pursuit of medical or musical career. The award this year goes to Madison Brown. The Wallace F. Mabee Scholarship was established by Mrs. Rose Mabee in memory of her husband, an ex-mayor of Esport. It is based upon character, proven scholastic ability. This year, the award goes to Rebecca Johnston. The Stephen M. F. Morrison Scholarship is awarded to a student going on to vocational school, boat school, or marine studies. The award this year goes to Jalen Moore. The Eugene O. Newcomb Jr. Scholarship is presented to a student going on to vocational school, boat school, or marine studies. The award this year goes to Jalen Moore. The J. Michael Sutty Foundation Scholarship was established in 2006 in memory of Jay, who was tragically killed in an automobile accident. Student must be an attendee of Shead High School and have good grades, participate in extracurricular activities, and be accepted at a 2 or 4 year college. The following recipients are Jacob Cook, Anasia Tucker, Malika Barnes, and Riley Andrews. The The L. Brooks Varney Scholarship is awarded in memory of Mr. Varney, who was principal of Shead Memorial High School of 33 years. Can't even imagine it. The applicant must have completed 4 years at Shead. This year's recipient is Rebecca Johnston. David Worthington established the fund of the Worthington Scholarships with the main community foundation to support graduates from participating high schools. Scholarships are for students attending one of our partner colleges, renewable up to 4 years. The Worthington Scholarship has awarded 3 scholarships to the following recipients: Jalen Moore, Malika Barnes, and Jacob Cook. We also received word yesterday that there are a couple of more possible pending Worthington scholarships, so we'll let you know if you are the recipient of that. So, the Senator George J. Mitchell Scholarship Research Institute gives out 130 scholarship awards, one to a graduating senior from every public high school in the state. This year's recipient is Anasia Tucker. The Esport Arts Center is pleased to present their Excellence in Arts Awards to the following seniors who have been nominated by their teachers. They were chosen because of their commitment and contribution to the arts in the school and community. This year's recipients are, first, for Excellence in Drama Award, Rebecca Johnston. Excellence in Music Award, Malika Barnes. And Excellence in Visual Art Award, Ricky McCoy. The Tyler Grand Mason Melmac Scholarship is awarded in recognition of your contributions to our high school, to the community in which you live, and to the lives of others. This year's recipient is Riley Andrews. The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award is provided by the Hannah Weston chapter of the DAR. Students must have been outstanding for all 4 years of high school in 4 qualities of character, citizenship, and dependability, service, and leadership. The class DAR recipient is Malika Barnes. $130,000 in scholarships. We have to go through a little, there's a lot here to give away. The Shead Athletic Boosters Club awards a scholarship to 1 boy and 1 girl who have been athletes at Shead. The awards this year go to Riley Andrews and Jacob Cook. The Dana R. Bowen Jr. Scholarship is given in memory of Dana by his family. Students must write an essay, have attended 3 to 4 years at Shead High School, participated in 4 years of a sport or band, and must be accepted to a 2 or 4 year college or vocational program. This year's recipients are Jacob Cook, Riley Andrews, Malika Barnes, and Anasia Tucker. The Cobscoat Bay Fishermen's Association Scholarship was established in 2001 by area fishermen to help graduating seniors who are pursuing a marine-related studies at any 2 or 4 year institution. This year's recipient is Jacob Cook. The Charles E. Davis Jr. Scholarship is given in memory of Charles Chick Davis Jr. Chick was a loyal supporter of Shead High School and its youth for many years. He and his wife Mary opened their home many times to accommodate teams from out of town to dine with his family, as well as helping with lodging. The student must be pursuing a career in the medical field. This year's recipient is Rebecca Johnston. The Carl and Edith Dumfries Scholarship was set up by the Dumfries' nephew, A. Vernon Lent, in their memory. This year's recipient is Chloe Ann Cruz. The Esport Youth Association Scholarship was established to help a student pursuing higher education. This year's recipient is Riley Andrews. The James and Margaret Follis Scholarship was set up by the Follises and is awarded to that boy or girl who has earned the highest grade in his or her regular studies in their senior year, and who is a member of the boys' baseball, boys or girls basketball, or boys or girls soccer team. 10% of this fund was donated in memory of Charles E. Davis II. This year's recipient is Jacob Cook. The Austin Frost Scholarship is given in memory of Austin, a former graduate of Shead High School, by his wife. This scholarship will be awarded to a senior going on to a technical school. Preference will be given to a student pursuing a career in welding or an environmental program. This year's recipient is Brendan Cox. The Emily G. and Pauline Hurley Scholarship Trust Fund was set up by Emily before her death in 1993. Consideration is given to past academic performance, future academic potential. This year's recipients are Megan Lincoln, Chloe Ann Cruz, and Rebecca Johnston. The Harold Arakis Scholarship was established by the Esport Port Authority in his memory. It is awarded to a student who is going to attend a maritime academy or who is pursuing a marine industry-related study. This year's award goes to Jalen Moore. The Holmes Medal is given in memory of Fred Holmes. This was also reestablished at a later time by John Pike Grady. It is awarded to the senior who has made the most improvement through 4 years at Shead. The award this year goes to Madison Brown. Next, it gives me great pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian for his speech, Mr. Jacob Cook.
Thank you all for coming this afternoon. Thank you all for coming this afternoon as we celebrate this year's graduating class. It is an honor to represent the Shead High School class of 2021 here today as class valedictorian. I thought it would be appropriate to share two important lessons that we have come to learn as both the class as well as individuals over the last 4 years. I truly believe that by taking these lessons to heart, we can each become the best versions of ourselves possible. First, when we worked together and treated each other with respect, we were much more likely to accomplish our goals. As Henry Ford said, if everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. Rather than hold others back out of spite or envy, work together to find a common goal to strive for, whether that be with family, friends, or even an adversary. There comes a time in everyone's life where cynicism and jealousy must be put aside for the greater good of yourself and everyone around you. And I hope that for the class of 2021, that day is today. Secondly, our lives will be based on merit. We cannot depend simply on luck or keep a negative attitude, pretending that the world is out to get us. In the end, our lives will turn out as we see fit and us only. It will not be our family, our employers, or even our government's fault if we fail. It will be our own individual choice to settle for something less. We live in a good and decent country, full of opportunity for all who are willing to use their natural God-given abilities to achieve. This isn't about money or status. This is about finding success for yourself, reaching personal goals, and simply never saying good enough and settling for less. My challenge to each member of the 2021 class is to choose wisely and honestly when determining your goals, and then pursue your goals with all that you have within you. Many past Shead graduates have found success in life. Alumni include talented doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, military members, and business leaders, none of whom made excuses, and all of whom never settled for less. And I see our class being no different. The world is yours, go take it. Shead High School has helped produce hundreds of successful careers. But the most important product that I see from Shead High School is the legacy of strong, loving parents and a family who care about each of us deeply. I believe that one of the main roots of success is having a strong family base to support you through the ups and downs of life. So to the graduates here today, remember who is always in your corner through the thick and thin of life, and to never take their love for granted. Because in the end, fancy titles are nice, but being a decent person, putting others around you first, and hopefully someday becoming a devoted parent determine true success. Over the last couple of years, I've become more interested in my family's history and origins, and like all families, some of it's good and some of it's not so good. I chose to focus on the positive side in order to learn lessons for the future. In August of 1900, my great-great-grandfather George Goodall was born in Esport. Like many in Esport at the time, he and his family lived in poverty at the South End Sardine Factory housing, with the whole family working at the fish factory. Formal schooling was an afterthought, and factory production meant family survival. At the age of 11, George and his family became part of the Lewis Hines photo collection, documenting child labor exploitation, which eventually helped lead to strict child labor laws in the United States. These documents are held at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. George was born into a situation which could have easily led to alcoholism, gambling, or even worse in the adult life. Instead, this kind, selfless, and humble man worked 7 days a week, built his own business, and started a family for which he was completely devoted to for his entire life. George taught his daughter about hard work, family, and taking responsibility for your actions. His daughter is Carleen Cook, my grandmother, who taught us those same lessons and is watching the speech today. During her life, my grandma has watched her family start as essentially indentured servants and evolve into happy, productive members of our community, all starting with George and his will to do the right things despite being handed a tough and unfair start. We are all dealt a hand of cards in life that can be both good and bad, but it's what we do with that hand of cards that, no matter how good or bad it is, that determines our true success. Please remember this today if nothing else. Our actions and how we live our life in the future will have consequences for those we love long after we are gone. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank each of our parents and families for all you have done for us, and also to please remember the constant impact you have on your children. Always put them first and be a lasting role model that they will be able to turn to for the rest of their lives. It is now our responsibility to use those good examples we have learned from our loved ones to live a purpose-driven life. I would also like to thank the administrative staff on behalf of the class of 2021 at Shead High School, Mr. Terrio, Bobby, and Fawn. I really appreciate how each of you have made our future dreams a top priority this year, and I want you to know that that doesn't go unnoticed. To the teaching staff of Shead High School, you have given each of us a base of knowledge to succeed in our next endeavor. Each of you have influenced and improved our 4-year experience at Shead. And Mr. Patterson, I look forward to listening into your callings on Felger and Maz, so don't let up. As a final point, I'd like to say, for many decades during this time of year, our little school has sent out into the world a strong-willed, tough, and hard-working class of people. I believe that our class will do the right things and uphold this high standard for the rest of our lives. Thank you.
Now what we've all came to really see today, presentation of the diplomas. Make sure that there's plenty of time. I'll hold the students right here so you can get pictures and everything too. So you don't need to come up early and hope that, so you don't miss it. So I'll make sure they stay right here. Jordan M. Alwell Farrell. Riley Gail Andrews. Devin P. Arsenault. Austin Donald Ashby. Malika Barnes. Caitlin Alina Beach. Gavin Robert Ross Bowen. Madison J. Brown. Rayleigh M. Chambers. John Collins. Jacob John Cook. Autumn S. Cookson. Brendan Lee Cox.
There you go, big guy.
Chloe Ann Elizabeth Cruz. Bailey Annika Rose Cummings. Morgan G. Dana. Lakoya R. Francis Perez. Lakoya is not able to be with us today, but I still wanted to recognize her. Congratulations, Lakoya. Madison L. Healy. Rebecca L. Johnston. Megan E. Lincoln. Richard P. McCoy. Jalen N. Moore.
MMA, don't know what's coming.
Haley Jalen Neptune. Taryn P. Smith Oravec. Nathaniel Stedman. Jonathan L. Sutton. Madeline L. Tardif. Anasia L. Tucker. We'll have Riley please come up, and Mr. Walter Cummins, the chair of the Esport School Committee, for his proclamation.
Thank you, Mr. Terrio. We've got some good news and bad news. I condensed what I had to say in 28 pages last night. That's good news. Bad news is going to cost you another hour 13. But unfortunately, all those pages blew away, and they made me whittle it down to one paragraph. On behalf of the Esport School Committee, I proclaim that the students here assembled in front of the stage have met the standards of graduation from Shead High School and now are officially graduated. I present the class of 2021.
Again, thank you all for coming for this beautiful day. Have a great rest of your day. We're done. Thank you. Thank you all.